Hi, and thanks again for tuning in. Tonight we're going to be talking about, could be tonight, could be during the day, could be afternoon, could have been yesterday, could have been a year ago, could have been in the future. But anyway, we're going to talk about this cabin air filter by K&N. This is for the Jeep JK. This, believe it or not, some people may not even know that the JK even has a spot for a cabin air filter. I honestly didn't know, but just a couple years ago, and these have now started to come on the market. Other competitors are out there, but I want to show you why the K&N is the best out of the bunch. First of all, this is the box, and you just have one single page of instructions, and the install will probably take about 5 minutes. Half of these steps are just taking out the just your glove box, and that's very simple by just pushing these two black tabs, and then cycling on your air conditioning. It opens up a vent, put those two in, and you're done. I will be showing that later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. But before I get started going through that, I wanted to show you that this is a competitor's, and this is actually just cardboard, really cheap cardboard actually, and this is made by Wick, W-I-X. And you can see it was falling apart. It actually was falling apart even out of the box. And this is only a use of maybe 2 or 3 months. Again, I do go off-road, and this is exactly the result of that. But as you can see, they're just cheap. You throw them away, and you have to buy new ones. With K&N, they've actually got them to where they've got a whole rubber seal. I'm not going to open this up till we get outside because these have got actually oil on them, and they've all been ready to go. And so all you do is just take them out of the bag, place them in your cabin air filter, shut the door, and you're good to go. Kind of like a cleaning kit, which is also for K&N, and those should be about every 12,000 miles. And these will be good for a lifetime. Again, if you would take a look again at the K&N washable cabin air filter by K&N. And before I go too much further, I want to stop for just a second and say again, K&N, thank you so much for this t-shirt, and I'd like to give back to the community, as well as I'd like to give somebody a free K&N t-shirt just like I have, and it also has K&N Racing on the back. And all you have to do to win one of these is the person that subscribes as well as comments. When we get to 250 new subscribers, that 250th person is going to win that t-shirt, and we'll send that out to them, and that way they can represent K&N as well. So again, thanks again, and stay tuned as we move this outside and install these in the Jeep. Okay, with the magic of editing, we are now out in the Jeep, and what you're looking at here is the inside of a Jeep JKU, in case you're not familiar with one or you don't remember what you're driving as you're putting in these cabin air filters. But let's get right to it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to install these. The first thing you need to do is to remove the glove box. So let's go ahead and do that. And oh look, the cabin air filter is already installed. But that is not how you do that. You do not just throw them in your glove box and hope that they just magically fit in there, which they do fit in there, but they're not going to do much. That's not where you're going to locate those to capture all the odors and mildew and fungus and such. So I'm going to go ahead, and all you're going to do is go and squeeze these two sides right here. They're just plastic, and it just lifts right out just like that. So now you have access to where the cabin air filters are going to go. I'm going to try to put a little bit of light down here if I can, so we can kind of help you see what's going on here. So the next step is going to be to not turn the ignition all the way on, but just to your auxiliary portion. So we're going to do that. Next thing you need to do is make sure that your air is at least running a little bit, so it's at least turned on. Turn it down a little bit. At least it's on. And then all you're going to do is you're going to come over to your circulation button. And if you can, I'm going to try to stay out of the way here, but what you do is you need to just pinch here at the bottom and pull up. and you can see that the door opens, and right now it's white, and that means that the door itself is closed, so it's covering that gap, so it's impossible to push them in there because there's no way to get through that. So to remedy that, you just hit the button right here, and that's going to circulate, and it just opened up the door. And so now you can go ahead and slide those in. So you just open them up, they're already oiled, ready to go. You just go from left to right, so you just push them in here, push them to the side, get the other one. I'll go ahead and turn the air off because it's getting a little loud, but we'll hurry up here. Now that's completely covered. You just pull down on that. Now it's nice and tight there. Let me get the glove box real quick. Now these have tabs right here at the bottom, here and here. All you're going to do is just line those up here at the bottom. Let me get the light out of here. Don't need that anymore. Just going to line those up. It's a little dark. And then you're just going to push in just like you did before. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all there is to it. I'd mentioned earlier that this would last you a lifetime, and it will if you take good care of it. And it will, but before you get to your lifetime, there will be a K&N 10-year or 100,000 mile limited warranty on that. But you could make it even last even longer as long as you're using those refresh kits and taking good care of your product. So your cabin air filter should either be refreshed either 12 months or 12,000 miles. Again, there's a refresh kit. All you're doing is you're just kind of cleaning out all the debris, and then there's it's like an oily substance that you spray back on it. It makes it just like new. Put it back in, and you're good to go. So again, thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video.